Dear students, welcome to today's class. In this class, I would like to discuss a chapter that's named Indigo of class 12. In this class, I would like to discuss the summary or keynotes of this chapter. After going through it, you all will be able to understand the main theme of the story and what are the most important lines and what is the story theme and who are the main characters, all that is important and everything. So listen this class attentively to have all the doubt cleared in on class. The chapter Indigo is an excerpt from FISCHER's book The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. The book has been bestowed the title of best book ever written on the life of Mahatma Gandhi or the father of nation. Louis Fischer was a Jewish American journalist, and he during his this journalist career had an opportunity to take an interview of Mahatma Gandhi, and there he wanted to know when and how Gandhi decided that the British should leave India. And then Gandhi recalled the incidents that happened in the year 1970. At the time, Gandhiji went to attend a convention in Lucknow. There he met a peasant named Rajkumar Shukla. He was the representative from amongst the peasants of Champaran who were. Rajkumar Shukla requested Gandhi to visit Champaran and to observe the miserable conditions of the peasants there. But Gandhiji was busy with his pre-scheduled. That's why he said that he was unable. So Shukla accompanied him everywhere and never left Gandhiji until he decided to visit. So Gandhiji finally told him that he would go to Calcutta, and from there, if he want, then he could go there. So Shukla and Gandhi went to Patna after that in Bihar to meet a lawyer named Rajendra Prasad, the man who later became the president of the Congress Party and of India. There at Rajendra Prasad house, Gandhiji was misbehaved by his servants, and as he thought him a poor peasant like Shukla. Gandhiji returned from there and went to Muzaffarpur before going to Champaran, as because he wanted to gather information what the actual condition was of this place, if Shukla was providing him the right information or not. Then he sent telegram to Professor J.B. Kipaleni, who received him warmly with his fellows, and Gandhi stayed in Muzaffarpur for 2 days in the home of a Professor Malkani, a government school teacher. After that, the the news has spread, and the lawyers of Champaran started to visit Muzaffarpur to meet Gandhiji and told them about their cases and fees, etc. Gandhiji became furious and scolded the lawyers, as they were at the time engaging and thinking of their own profit, except the poor condition of the poor peasants. How could be removed? They are not thinking about this. That's why they were scolded by the Gandhiji. The soft covers, Gandhiji came to know that the Englishmen who were the landlords divided the total lands of the peasants and order or forced the Indian peasants to plant 15% of their holdings with indigo and surrender the entire indigo harvest as rent. And actually the indigo was not a profitable things to the peasants, as because it's not eatables, and it was free of cost, and it was only bought by the Britishers. Actually here they actually did not buy it, even they only forced them to plant, and after a few and when it will grow, they will take it away as a rent. After the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo, they asked for compensation from the sharecroppers for being released from 15% argument. The sharecroppers thought that it's a profitable moment, as because they all wanted to give up the they wanted to go out of the situation. That's some of them actually agreed with their proposals, and happily they paid or they agreed with them. But after few times, when the news reached that the synthetic indigo has developed in Germany, so the agreement has been changed. Then they felt that they were cheated, so they became unhappy and resentful. At this chaos, Gandhiji arrived Champaran. After that, he went to the secretary of British Landlord Associations in order to make feast together, but there he didn't have any. He did not have any. They did not pay any heed to his proposal, so he returned from the place and went to Motihari, the capital of Champaran. There he was greeted by the mob, and using a house as headquarters, he continued his investigation there. Then a report came that a peasant had been maltreated in a nearby village. Gandhi decided to check the matter himself. On the way, he was ordered by police superintendent's messengers to return to the town, as he was an outsider. But Gandhiji signed the order and declared firmly that he will not do the same. After that, Gandhi could not sleep the whole night. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Patna with influential friends and sent instructions to ashrams. He also ordered a full report to the Viceroy. So next day the news is spread like a flame, and the peasants gathered there reached to Mahatma. They heard that a Mahatma had come to help them and he was in trouble. So they came, and Gandhiji felt that this was the beginning of their liberation from the British. The official felt powerless, and Gandhiji controlled the mob, and the trial was postponed. Actually, before that, a trial was organized, and Gandhiji disobeyed the law, but due to this mob anger, the judge did not deliver the judgment for the days, and Gandhiji was allowed to remain at liberty without any bail. Rajendra Prasad, along with many prominent lawyers, visited Gandhiji, and Gandhiji asked them what they would do if he was sent to jail. Then the lawyers could not give satisfactory answers at first, but later they thought Gandhiji, he was not of this place, even he did not know the people or the poor peasants, even when he can go or he can went to jail, he can go to jail, then why not they? Finally, they answered that if Gandhiji went to jail, they will also follow him. Then Gandhiji said the Battle of Champaran is won. After that, Gandhi was informed that the lieutenant government of the province had ordered the case to be dropped. Civil disobedience had triumphed for the first time in modern India. Okay, as because the case was dropped without any judgment, that way it has been treated as their triumph. Inquiries into the grievances of the farmer over that wide area. Okay, after that, in June, the Lieutenant Governor Sir Edward Gate summoned Gandhi, and Gandhi gave the detailed plans for civil obedience if he did not return from the summon. The Lieutenant Governor, after having protracted meetings with Gandhi, appointed an official commission to inquire into the situation. Gandhiji was the sole representative of the peasants in the commission. The evidence were all against the landlords. That's why they asked Gandhi how much they should pay. Then Gandhiji demanded only 50%, but finally he agreed the 25% refund that the landlords proposed. And everyone was surprised at these situations. But Gandhiji explains that the amount of refund was not important. The most important thing was that the British surrendered before them. The planters behaved as lords above the law, but after this incident, the peasants saw that they had rights and person to defend them. They learned courage, they became courageous. After that, Gandhiji wanted to develop the socio-economic conditions of this place or of Champaran. So he called his volunteers and his wife Kasturba and his son to arrive there. And there he set up primary schools, actually 6 in 6 villages. And Kasturba taught the ashram rules on personal cleanliness and community sanitation, etc. Gandhiji noticed the filthy state of women's clothes. He asked Kasturba to talk to them about it. Finally, they could know that they had not enough clothes, and even they don't have any place to keep it, and the only one cloth was in their house. Champaran was an attempt to free the poor peasants from exploitations, and it did not begin as an act of defiance. This was the typical Gandhi pattern. His politics were intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems of millions. Another important thing of the story is, or the character is Charles Freer Andrews. He was an English pacifist. Pacifist means who believes that everything should be settled in a peaceful manner. Such persons are called pacifists, and the peoples or the peasants. And Freer Andrews actually came to meet Gandhiji to bid him goodbye. And Gandhiji's lawyer friends wanted Andrews to help them, but Gandhiji opposed the suggestion, as he wanted that if Andrews helped them, it showed that they have weakness in their hearts. So Gandhiji assured them that they should have confidence upon themselves to win the battle. And finally, Gandhiji won the battle, and the peasants were relieved. And this story taught a lesson of self-reliance and confidence. After this class, in our next class, we will discuss the line-by-line explanations of this chapter. For this, I would like to request one thing, to comment if you want another class or line-by-line explanation, and the important question discussions. If you comment, then I will do the same certainly.